Emily and Janessa felt being an American was all about the pursuit of happiness. They didn't really feel like there were any clear lines dividing who's American and who's not. And Kendra, on the other hand, coming from this African American background, felt sometimes that she wasn't even American, which was kind of hard to hear out loud. But
Cassidy said that she believes American is someone who has American principles such as hard work, dedication, patriotism, and a better living and outcome. So she really believes in hard work and that to be an American, you have to have that as a goal. Brandon, he said that he believes American is just welcoming people from different ethnicities and backgrounds.
Mom said that being American means that you believe in justice for everybody, so everybody, like you said, has an equal opportunity and has a fair shot. My dad thinks that being American means everyone's equal. Sister says that being American means being hardworking.
And Tony thinks being American is a moral responsibility you should take.
Emily had that, she was pretty patriotic in her response that America has always been and always will be her home. She said she felt a great sense of pride when she gets to talk about things like this. Janessa and Kendra, on the other hand, felt a little less patriotic in that they had traveled the world a little bit, and they said that seeing the other cultures, they realized that America is not the be-all, end-all of the universe. They said that it really helped them understand that America isn't everything. And so I think they define themselves a little less as Americans.
So Cassidy Stahl, she believes that being an American does really define her personally because every decision she kind of uses is strictly based off the Constitution. She doesn't ever want to come off as non-patriotic to her country.
My mom says that her status as American has not been questioned domestically. While she's been in America, people will accept her as an American. My dad jumped in and said he agrees and he has had his status as an American questioned outside of America.
No one has questioned his status as an American because they are Chinese student. And Tony said he has been asked sometimes some Chinese student will ask him about his work status.
Girls in my discussion were kind of all on the same page, and they said as much as they hate to admit it, yeah, they definitely play a factor.
Cassidy Stahl, she kind of has a different opinion from that. She believes that people aren't excluded from ethnicity and race, but rather based on their merit, their education level or how much they're willing to work hard. Brandon Johnson, he's African American, said that there's a lot of discrimination and racism in day-to-day life as being an African American, whether that's institutionalized racism or just in general.
My mom and my sister agreed that we welcome some groups and not others, like Chongyin Zheng, based on race, just on appearance, without really knowing anything about them. But my dad had a different opinion, and he said that we welcome Europeans mostly because that's where our backgrounds come from.
Adding on to that, I also feel it's because you kind of know Europeans and we accept them more because we're kind of aware of their culture. It's very similar to Americans versus excluded groups in history like Chinese and stuff.
I feel like British people are the same as us, just with a slight accent.
Basically.
Emily said she thinks that anyone who wishes to harm others doesn't belong. Said, for example, terrorists, international criminals, rapists.
Similar to yours, Cassidy and Brandon, they said that anyone who poses a threat or is harmful to the country obviously shouldn't be welcome. But Maria, on the other hand, she also kind of had a similar view, but she believes that if you don't work hard in the country as an immigrant, you're basically just justifying all the stereotypes labeled against you,
Part of the problem.
Irresponsible, inept. So she says you need to focus on not being a stereotype.
My mom and dad both said that the way they most identify as being non-American was when they were younger. They lived at home with their parents, and their parents used to speak in foreign dialect sometimes.
You will have different accent or pronunciation when you are non-American.
I learned issues. Not everyone thinks the same way or sees the same issues from the same levels.
You don't want to discourage someone from someone saying their own answer because you kind of have like a right or wrong thing you're looking for. I kind of thought that a bad dialogue question is one that's like a loaded question, and that, like I said, you're kind of looking for an answer. You're kind of like prodding.
Like if it's biased.
Right, kind of a bias thing. I think that definitely made for a bad question.
I agree with you guys. I think people from different groups they have their own voice.
Group of people with different views, it kind of helps like to enable like the common theme among like most people, like what it means to be an American. And I feel like most people have like a common set of beliefs of like hard work or like dedication to a good life.
That while it is uncomfortable and it can hurt feelings, it's good. It's good to get these things out on the table, talk about how we feel and stuff.
I feel like it helps hearing the other side without kind of saying your own opinion, because that could kind of help, like that could kind of disable them from saying what they really feel. I feel like it definitely doesn't work in real life. Like if it did, I feel like the world would be simpler and we'd understand people's perspectives more. But especially going on with what's happening right now, you can see that people are very, they're very persistent in their beliefs, and they're very dedicated to making sure that the other person believes what they're believing.
Chongyin, what did you think about the process?
It doesn't work in real life. Sometimes you all know what you have thought, but you just can't hide in your heart. You can't tell the truth.